Hey you guys, it's Naya and I'm back with another pop-up video. I decided to do another one because I feel like the last one I gave y'all was kind of dry, and I know I got one, like a couple that's way more juicy than that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give y'all another pop-up video. Let's get into it. I just wanted to say that I know like a couple people have been asking me for a specific story time. Like a couple people asked for like the same story time, and I know I've been saying I was gonna do it, but I actually decided that I was not going to do that story time until I get my subscribers up, because like the views and the subscribers are just not matching up. Like the math ain't mathing. So if you ask me for that specific story time, then you know what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna hold off because I feel like that's a good story time. Well, they are good, but I feel like that's just one that most people want to hear about. And yeah, I need them subscribers, period. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get started in the story. So I'm not gonna give nicknames for this story because, as the title say, it's just a pop-up on my baby daddy, so there's no point of giving nicknames. So y'all already know I gotta go ahead and get right into the story, because y'all know I could talk for like ever and get so sidetracked that I just gotta go ahead and get to the story. So I want to start off by saying that I had got on birth control like months before this story. 7 months before this story, actually. I had got on birth control. I had got the double shot, and so as a result of me getting the double shot, I stayed on my period for 7 months straight. And when I say 7 months straight, I mean 7 months straight nonstop on my period. Like I had tried, like I had went to different doctors and everything, like to see like what could I do to stop my period, and everyone was just telling me like there's nothing that they can do. I would just have to wait until it wear off. So I was just like, you know, I am not, like, after like the first 3 months, I was like, I'm definitely not getting that second shot. I want this shit out of my system, and I will never go back to birth control. So yeah, I just had to throw that in there because it's gonna play a part in this story. So now going to the day that this actually happened, going to the day, so it was like a Friday. It was a Friday, I think. It was a Friday or a Saturday. I know it was a weekend. And my baby daddy, like, we were staying together. We had been together for like 4 years at this point. So we were we had our little nice house or whatever, but like the house, like, it was really nice, but it was like in a secluded area. Like it was like in the woods somewhere, like way back. And yeah, so he had asked me when they were at home, like he had asked me that morning, he was like, his cousin is having a birthday party for her child or whatever. Do I want to go? Because he was gonna take our son with him to the birthday party or whatever. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering, y'all. I definitely should be spitting this gum out so I can talk better. But so yeah, he asked me did I want to go, and I was like, I didn't want to go because my hair wasn't done at the time. I was like, you know, I'm not about to be around your family at a birthday party in front of all those people when my hair not done. And so like he was trying to talk me into going, but like I was just like, no, like you wait, why would you wait to the last minute to ask me if I want to go? Like, no. So he was just like, okay, like, you know, I'm gonna take our son or whatever, and we'll be back tonight. I think the party started at like 3 or 4 o'clock or whatever, and he asked me like early in the morning, and he was just like he was gonna leave at like 2, and I was like, okay. So 2 came, he packed, you know, our son a bag or whatever, and you know, they going to the birthday party. So I'm at home by myself because my other son was at my grandma's house at the time. So I'm at home by myself, and like I said, y'all, I had been on my period for 7 months straight nonstop. And you know, so like that's a long time, like no sex when you're in a relationship. Like, so I know, like, I feel like for men, like, it's different going that long without sex. I feel like a woman can tolerate it a little more than a man can. And yeah, so anyways, at the time of this story happened or whatever, I noticed that like my period was going away. Like after 7 months, I noticed that like it was going away. So I was just like, okay, at this point, this day, it had been off for like 3 days. And ladies, we all know, like, when your period go off, you have to actually wait like a couple days to make sure that, like, it's, you know, like, you good. So I was like, oh my gosh, like, I think my period's gone off. Like, I'm so excited because I haven't had no D in forever or whatever. But I didn't tell my baby daddy because I just wanted to surprise him. So yeah, I think like this day was like the third day that my period haven't been on. I was just like, okay, like, yeah, when he get home tonight, like, it's on. Like, I'm gonna give him some, you know, and I'm not gonna tell him. I'm just gonna, you know, surprise him or whatever. So while they had left that day, I had like cleaned the whole house up, and I had cooked spaghetti, and I was just like waiting for them to get home because I was like, I was trying to cook for my man, period. So I was trying to cook for him. I cooked spaghetti, and I had cleaned like the whole house. Like, I had spent that whole day that they were gone cleaning the whole house. And I just wanted to him to come home, and you know, he was gonna get something. He wasn't even expecting it because, you know, he knew the problem that I was going through. Obviously, he knew that the shot had really messed me up, like with my period or whatever. So I cleaned up that day, you know, and just like doing stuff around the house to like kill time waiting for them to come back. So fast forward to that night, I had just took my shower, and I was thinking, okay, it's like probably like 8 o'clock now. I'm like, okay, he should be, you know, coming home soon. So I took my shower, I got out of the shower, and as soon as I got out the shower and like I was putting my night clothes on, he texted me and was like, he was like, yeah, like, I was drinking, I'm gonna stay at my mama's house tonight because I was drinking, and I really don't want to take that drive back home with our son drunk. So mind you, his mom, like his family, they stayed like an hour and 30 minutes away. They stay in South Carolina. We were staying in North Carolina, like, and it was like an hour and 30 minutes away. So I'm just like, he just killed my whole plans because I was just like, oh my gosh, I just cooked. I didn't tell him I cooked. Like, I was just gonna, you know, surprise him when he get home or whatever. And, you know, he just killed my whole mood. So I was just like, you know, why would you drink knowing that you have to drive home? Like, why would you do that? Whatever. But I really wasn't trying to fuss with him. So I was just like, okay, like, whatever. Like, I'll see you tomorrow. Now, mind you, this is why I threw in there when I was like, we had a really nice house or whatever, but it was like in a secluded area because I was scared to stay home by myself. So when he told me he was going to stay at his mom's house, I was like, fuck it. Like, I just got my shower. I'm just going to go stay at my grandma's house tonight. So I was getting out the shower, put my clothes on when he texted me, and then I was just like, you know, okay, fuck it, I'm about to go to my grandma's house because I'm not staying here by myself tonight. Like, I was scared somebody, like, every night I was by myself, I was scared that, you know, I was just scared like somebody was gonna come in there and get me. So I'm putting my clothes on, and I'm just like getting my keys and shit, and I'm about to go to my grandma's house. But something just like, I literally, like, I don't know what it was, but something just told me, like, check his Facebook. Now, I did not have his Facebook password, but our son had an iPhone 6, and I knew, like, before, like, probably like a couple weeks before, I had like looked at our son's phone, and he was logged into Facebook on it. So I was like, you know, the phone, like, you know, kids, they lose phones or whatever. But like I said, I had cleaned the whole house when they were gone, trying to surprise him or whatever. And I had found the phone under our kid's bed. So I was just like, you know, let me charge this phone up and see if he's still logged into Facebook on it. So I go get the phone because I had put it in our son's drawer. And I put it on the charger. And y'all know, like, when you charge an iPhone, like, y'all know how, like, it takes, like, a while to come on. But, like, when I put it on the charger, it came on immediately. Like, it came on just like that. So I was just like, okay. So as soon as the phone comes on, messages just started popping up on Messenger, where he was logged in on or whatever. So I'm like, okay. I go to the messages, and what do I see? He's messaging this girl, and I go to read the messages, and the first message, like, that he had texted her, he was like, hey mom. Now, anybody who know my baby daddy know that he is just a flirt. Like, that's how he talk. That's how he got me. Hey mom. Like, hey mom. Like, what do you mean? So he said, hey, he texted her and said, hey, mom. And she was just like, you know, what you doing? And mind you, like, at the time that I was reading the messages, he was still logged in on onto his Facebook as well. So like every time I would notice like they were about to send a message, I would have to hurry up and click back out of the message because I didn't want him to know that like somebody was on his Facebook. So I was trying to read it fast or whatever. And you know, she was just like, well, he texted her and was like, you know, I'm glad we had that talk at the party or whatever. He was like, I really needed that talk or whatever. And she was like, me too, you know, whatever. Like, I don't know. Come to find out, like, I don't remember what it was, but it was something in a message that they had said that let me know that they were actually talking about me at the party. And I'm just like, why would you come to another girl for advice about me? Like, this bitch don't even know me or whatever. And she's literally like, as I'm reading the messages, I realized that they were talking about me because she was telling him like, oh yeah, like she's probably, you know, just going through stuff and shit like that. And I'm just like, bitch, like you don't know me, like don't be giving my nigga advice about me, like, huh? So I'm reading the shit, and like as I'm reading, I'm sorry, I thought somebody was about to come in here. Y'all know I do not play about my story times. So where I left off at is actually, damn, I don't even know where the fuck I left off at, but I realized that like she was giving him advice about me, and I'm just like, you know, bitch, you don't know me, like what are you talking about? So he had sent the message, like as I'm reading, they're still texting back and forth. So he had text her and was like, I want to see you, like what you doing? I want to see you, whatever. And immediately, like when he said that, no, she texts back after he said that. She texts back and was like, well, yeah, you know, let me take a shower or whatever. She was like, I'm at my stepmom's house, like you can pull up, you know, just let me take a shower or whatever. And he was like, yeah, like okay, I'm gonna take a shower too, and you know, just give me your address and I'm gonna pull up. So like immediately, like as soon as I read that, y'all, I literally like I went in the kitchen so fast and I grabbed a trash bag, and like he had his own dresser and I had my own dresser. So like I grabbed the trash bag, I went back to the room and I just took all of his shit and put it in the trash bag. I'm talking about like all of his shit. Like I took his clothes out of his dresser, I took all of his shoes out of the closet. I had 2 trash bags and I filled them up with all of his stuff. I even put his Xbox in the bag too, because I'm just like, you really about to cheat on me, like really? So that's all I needed to see. I didn't need to see anything else. I got in my car. I grabbed them trash bags and I got in my car and I was on my motherfucking way. So as I'm on my way there, I'm still reading the messages. Like, y'all, I literally just like jumped in my car. It all happened so fast, and I'm still reading the text messages as I go. Like, I haven't really even made it nowhere yet. And as I told y'all before, like, we stayed an hour and 30 minutes away. So so like as I'm driving, I'm still reading the text messages or whatever, and I would say I'm probably like 20 minutes on the way to his his mom's house or whatever. Well, I didn't even know where I was going because I know that she said, you know, he could pull up, but I knew that it was somewhere up there, so I was just gonna go to his mom's house. And as I'm driving, he texts back and he was just like, okay, like I just got out the shower, send your address. And y'all, guess what she does? This bitch sent her address. She sent her address. I'm talking about zip code and all. Like, she sent the whole thing. And I immediately put that shit in my phone as I'm driving. Like, I typed that shit in my phone so fast. And I'm like, at first I had his mom's address in, but I took his mom's address out and I put hers in, and it was like a 5-minute difference or whatever. So I'm like, okay. So y'all, like I said, y'all, that long of a drive, I know y'all probably like, how the fuck did you drive there? Like, being so mad. Like, y'all, I was heated. Like, I was literally, when I tell y'all, I turned the hour and 30-minute drive into a 45-minute drive. Like, I swear to God, y'all, I swear to God, I got there in 45 minutes. So like, as I'm driving there, y'all, you know, it's late, I'm by myself, I just like need some advice or whatever. Like, so I call my friend while I'm driving there or whatever, and I tell her what's going on. I tell her, like, you know, like I was trying to set up a surprise for him or whatever, and I was like, I go to his Facebook and he's about to link with this bitch, and I was just like, you know, I'm fucking an hour and some change away. Like, he will be done fucked her by then, you know, whatever. So I'm asking my friend, like, what should I do? Like, should I just like go home and should I just like let him do it and just break up with him or what? And so my friend is just like, nah, you're like, you know, you need to go home. Like, you know, you about to pull up over there. Like, you know, you could get jumped for all you know. Like, you don't know who's there. So I'm just like, girl, like, you know, okay, whatever. But I told her, I was like, I'm still gonna go because because that's just me. Like, I needed her advice. Her advice was good for me, but I still was gonna go, and I was just letting her know that. And so she was just like, okay, like, call me when you get there and let me know, you know, what goes on. So I got there so fucking fast, y'all. Um, and so like, boom, let's just fast forward to me pulling up. I'm still reading their messages the whole time, and I noticed like when I was like 30 minutes away, I had like 30 minutes left in the drive. He had texted her and was like, okay, I'm leaving now. I'll be there in a little bit. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm still, you know, 30 minutes away. She's 5 minutes away from him. Like, they're gonna be done fucked by then. Like, that's how I'm thinking. Like, oh my gosh, he's gonna fuck this bitch. Like, it's gonna be too late. So I literally, that's when I really start pushing this shit. And when I tell y'all, God wanted me to get there because, like I said, it was a weekend, and you know, like the police is always out on the weekend. But y'all, I was speeding, and I did not get stopped. Like, I didn't. There was no police in sight, and like where we were staying at the time, there was always police out at night, but especially on the weekends. But there was none. There was none. So I'm just like, okay. So me pulling up, like I said, um, so I get like I pass his mom's house, and then I'm just like, okay, 5 minutes away. So I was right; it was like 5 minutes away, and I'm pulling in to the girl house or whatever, and I'm literally driving so fast. Like, I had my brights on, and when I pulled up, um, I pulled up and they were in the car. So like, I had my brights on, and I was just like, I could see them, but they couldn't see me because of my brights, obviously. So they were looking like, you know, like covering their eyes because my brights were on. They was looking like, what the fuck? Like, who is that driving around like so fast like that, pulling up so fast? And so, so I pull up and I pull beside my car because he was in my car, my other car. Um, Let me say before I even go any farther that the girl, she literally did not have to send her address for me to find them, because the car that he was driving was my car. I just gave it to him because I had another one. But the dealership that I had got the car from, there was a way that you could GPS like the car, track the car or whatever, but you just have to like have the VIN number and like a pin or something like that. And you know, you had to go like to this website, and I was just like, it was too much. Like, so I was still glad that she sent, you know, her address, even though I knew like I could still find where he was. It was just gonna take too long, and I was just too mad. I didn't have time for that. So so I pull up beside their car, and he looks at me, and he noticed, like, at this point, like, he's like, damn, like, he notices me. So he's just like, oh shit, like, I see it in his face. Like, he's shook. And they're sitting in the car, they're smoking, and he had the blunt. I like, when I was pulling up, she was passing him the blunt when I was first pulling up, and then like he had the blunt now or whatever. So I get out my car door. Our car is like this, like their car is like facing this way, and my car is like facing this way, and like I'm like on the side of them. So I get out the car, my car, and I open his driver's side of the, like where he was at. I open the car door, and I just punched his ass in the face. And I'm just like, so this what you doing? So this what you doing? Or whatever. Like, I'm just going off like, this what you doing? And y'all, the bitch in the passenger seat, like, she was gone so fast. Like, you know me, I'm not the type of person to go after the female, but Like, in the heat of the moment, I just tried that bitch. Like, I tried to swing on her from over him. And but by the time like I raised my arm and it hit the seat, like, she was out of the seat. She was already to the porch. Like, this bitch was gone. She was gone so fast. Like, so whenever I like miss hitting her or whatever, I just like focus on him. Like, I just started beating him up in the car or whatever. And I don't even remember what I was saying. Like, y'all, I literally had blacked out. Like, the thing about me is I'm such like a goofy female. Like, whenever I get mad, it takes a lot. Like, it has to really be like built up anger in me for me to really like black out. I just blacked out, and we were like, I was like fighting him or whatever. And I remember like he just as I was fighting him, he pushed on the gas. Like, he took the car out of park and pushed on the gas, and I'm literally in the car fighting him. So so my car door is open and he pushed on the gas. Like, he drives up a little bit and I'm still fighting him or whatever. And so like at this point, I get out the car. I'm walking back to my car because he had driven up like 10 feet with me in the car fighting him. And so like I'm walking back to my car and I'm looking over at the porch, and this bitch and her stepmom is just like sitting on the porch. Like, what the fuck is going on? So mind y'all, like I said, I already know he's going to his mama house. He's going back to his mama house as he drive off. So I get in my car, I do a quick ass U-turn in the road, and I'm right behind him. So I thought. So like I said, y'all, I had two trash bags filled with his clothes or whatever. And as I'm on the way to his mama house, like I pulled over and I just threw his shit out my car, and I just threw it into a ditch. Like, the two trash bags, when I tell you, like, it was everything that belonged to him in our house, I threw everything into that ditch. Both of those trash bags was full of his stuff. Like, he had nothing else at my house. Like, it was in those bags. I pulled over, threw that shit in the ditch, got back in my car, and drive to his mom's house. So I get to his mom's house, and he's not there. So I'm just like, okay, like, he's probably, hiding somewhere, like, at a fucking store, because he know I'm about to come. Like, he know I'm going to his mom's house or whatever. So he's not there. So I go back. I leave his mom's house, and I go back, like, looking for a store. And I'm like, I had rode around for probably, like, 5-10 minutes trying to look for him, trying to find him, because there ain't too many places he could be. Because, it's nighttime, everything closed. Like, I'm going to see you. I'm going to find you. So I had looked for him, whatever, and I couldn't find him. So I go back to his mom's house. And when I go back to his mom's house the second time, he was there. So I pull in the yard, driving all fast, driving all crazy. I pull in the yard, and he's in his car, and I pull up beside him, and I just started fighting him again. Now, this is like the good part of the story. This is where shit gets all miscombobulated. So I pulled up to his mama house, and y'all already know a nigga family is gonna take up for him, period. So I'm just fighting him or whatever, and we fussing. I'm just like, you was gonna fuck this bitch or whatever, like, you was gonna cheat on me. And he was just like, I wasn't gonna do nothing, like, I didn't fuck her. And I was just like, I don't give a fuck, like, you were gonna fuck her. Like, if I didn't pull up, that's what you were gonna do. And so we were just fighting or whatever. And his sister got like 5 friends over, and they come out the house, and they're just talking shit, like, as I'm fussing with him. But I wasn't even paying them no attention. I'm fussing with my baby daddy, and we doing our thing, we fussing or whatever, and they just talking. And yeah, so I'm like, okay, I'm not paying them no type of attention or whatever. So like, we fussing, and I'm just, like, mad as fuck. So y'all, literally, like, I spit on him, and y'all, I'm not talking about no just like spit. Like, I literally like coughed that shit up and spit on his face. Like, y'all, that is so nasty. Do not do that to anybody. But like I said, I was so mad. Like, words, I don't even have the words to explain how I was feeling right then and there. So I was just like, you know, you was gonna feel me, and that's why I did it. Like, I just did it. And yeah, so like whenever I spit on him, I don't know if this is what like really set it off or whatever. I don't know if like his sister and like their friends heard me or saw me spit on him or what. But then like that's when I noticed that after I spit on him, they were just talking shit like, oh, I'll beat your ass and this and that. So I was like, wait, is they talking to me? Like, huh? So I'm like, I look over there, I'm not even focusing on him no more. I'm like, well, what's up then? So I'm like, what's up then? Like I said, y'all, it was like 6 of them. I don't know how many of them it was, but it was like 6 of them, his sister and her friends or whatever. And, you know, so I'm like, well, what's up? And I'm walking over to them, and then they just like, oh, like, what's up? Whatever, like, what's up? So I'm, shit. It's like 6 against 1, but like I said, y'all, nobody can bitch me. Nobody can bitch me. Period. So I'm like, shit, what's up? What you want to do? And, you know, we're fussing back and forth with them. I'm talking my shit. Talking my shit to these girls. I don't even know who these girls was. Like, I never seen her friends before. I was just, you know, like, they were on some hype shit or whatever. Like, bitch, mind your motherfucking business, because this is between me and my baby daddy. And I'm just like, bye. But no, bitch, you're not about to bitch me, so what's up? So I'm fussing with all of them or whatever. I'm trying to run up on them, and my baby daddy is like grabbing my arm, like, you know, no, I'm not about to let like y'all fight or whatever. So he's like grabbing me back, and I'm like, bitch, get off me, like, don't fucking touch me or whatever, like, get off me. So there was this one girl, one of the girls, one of her his sister friends there, that was like, this bitch just kept running up in slow motion. Like, you don't really want to fight because you running up, but you tiptoeing. Like, why are you tiptoeing? Like, sis, you was literally like right here, and you ain't, you feel me? So it was just like, sis was running up, but sis wasn't, and you know, she wasn't, like, you're not doing nothing. So literally, like, I'm just like, it's 6 against 1, y'all. I had my keys on my hand. Y'all know my keys, I stay with the fucking mace. Like, they were on my keys, and I had my nails on or whatever, but they were already broken from me fighting my baby daddy. So, like, except for my pointing finger, like, that nail was so long. So I literally just bit my fucking nail off and opened my mace and just sprayed it at everybody. Like, yep, bitch, it's like 6 against 1. Like, yeah, let me go ahead and make y'all asses, and then we can fight. So, I just sprayed the mace, like, at everybody, like, in the group, and them 6 bitches. And I think, like, when I sprayed, like, a couple of them went in the house and went to go wash their face, but it was this one bitch, the same bitch that I told y'all, like, that was tiptoeing up to me, like, she didn't really want no smoke. Bitch, you should have stayed on the porch because you ain't really about shit. But this bitch was stayed out there. She was still, like, fussing whatever, and I'm just like, hype. Like, y'all, I know I'm calm telling the story, but I was really like hype in the heat of the moment, like, you know, come on. And this bitch just keep tiptoeing up. I'm not gonna say running up, because she was tiptoeing up. So I'm like walking up to her, and she's tiptoeing up to me. Like, you feel me? Like, stay on the porch, because you're not, you know. So I'm just like, girl. So yeah, like, I think, like, after a while, my baby daddy just, like, pushed me into the car or whatever. He's like, you need to leave. Like, I'm not about to let y'all fight. So I leave. And at this point that I leave, like, my anger and stuff, like, I didn't feel it anymore. I felt like I had accomplished some shit, you know, like, I wasn't mad no more. Like, the whole time I was driving home, I was laughing. Like, this bitch really got me fucked up. He don't even know that I just stopped bleeding. Like, yeah, like, okay, I got something for you. So I, like, the whole ride home at this point, and I didn't go home. I went to my grandma's house because, like I said, you know, I was scared to stay home. So I was driving to my grandma's house, and, like, I was just smiling the whole time. Like, I wasn't mad anymore. Like, I was just like, okay, you know, my get back is gonna be 10 times worse. So I'm driving on the way home, and, like, the girl, the one that kept tiptoeing up to me, not running up, tiptoeing up to me, she had messaged me on Facebook, and she was like, bitch, come back, we gonna beat your ass. We gonna beat your ass, bitch, come back. And I'm just like, bitch, like, it's like 6 against 1. I'm not coming back. Like, I'm not coming back. And it's just something about me, like, knowing that I got a bitch mad. Like, that's whenever I'm arguing with a bitch, like, over the phone, and I know that she's mad, and I'm just like on my side of the phone laughing, like, that really just makes me feel good inside. Like, so I'm literally like just smiling, driving on the way home. Like, these bitches are texting me like, come back, yeah, we're gonna beat your ass. And I'm just like, I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. Period. With my bitches. Cause y'all trying to jump me, and that's just not gonna happen, sis. So I get to my grandma's house, and when I get to my grandma's house, like, I had a big ass bruise on my arm, and it hurted so bad, y'all. And so like at first I was really thinking like it came from one of the girls. Like, everything happened so fast that I really didn't know like what the fucking mark came from. But eventually, like, as the bruise on my arm started to fade away, I realized that it was like a handprint. So I figured out that it came from like my baby daddy trying to hold me back, and his like hand was just imprinted on my arm. But whatever, so like I get home, whatever, and I'm calling my friends and I telling them what's going on. I call my friend, the same one that I had called, and told her like I'm on my way there. I call her, I call my sister, and I'm just like, yeah, like, you know, I told them what's going on or whatever. I'm just like, yeah, we're going back up there in the morning. And so they're just like, okay. Like, of course, my people is on go, like, always and forever on go. So early in the morning, y'all, literally the same bitch that was tiptoeing up to me, she was still texting me the next day. She was just like, are you coming back? And I'm just like, I was just like, yeah, I'll be up there in a little bit. Like, girl, you don't want no smoke, sis. So the next morning, wake up, you know, boom, I check my phone, this bitch still texting me. I'm like, all right, y'all, I'm finna pull up on my people, my friends, and my sister or whatever. So I go pick my sister up. We meet up. My friend meet us up, and you know, shoot, we on the way. We on the way. So we driving up there, y'all. My sister drive fast as fuck. So we got there. I was riding with my sister. I had left my car at my grandma's, and I had rode up there with my sister. And we had got up there before my friend, like the other car had got up there or whatever. So we get up there, and I was texting the girl, the one that was tiptoeing up to me. I was texting her. I was like, yeah, we on the way. Like, and then I texted her. I was like, we here. Where y'all at? Because we get to my baby daddy's house, his mom's house or whatever. And they not there. It's just my baby daddy. So I'm like, yeah, where y'all at? Like, you've been texting me all morning, all night type shit. Where's y'all at? And she was just like, yeah, we on our way. Like, bitch, you supposed to be in here. You the one who told me to come back. You feel me? Like, you're supposed to be in here. So, now, we just waiting at this point. Like, first on my baby daddy, but we're just really waiting on the bitch. We're not here for him at this point. Like, you did what you did, and you know me. So, yeah. I'll handle you later. I'll handle you accordingly. And so, actually, while we were waiting on them to pull back up or whatever, I had like took my key from my baby daddy from my car, the one that he was driving and had a bitch in, smoking with her. Yeah, I took my key back from him. Give me my fucking key because my name was on that car and I paid for it. So I took my key back or whatever, and you know, I was just like telling him like, we're not even here for you. Like, we here for them bitches like last night or whatever. Like, and he was just like, yeah, like, y'all not about to fight, you know, I'm not about to let you fight my sister or whatever. And I'm just like, you know, okay, like, okay, but I really wanted this bitch. I really wanted her friend. Like, yeah. So so we're waiting like a good 30 minutes just sitting at my baby daddy's house fussing with him. Me and my sister and my friend, she finally pulled up, and we just all, you know, fussing with him or whatever. And I just kept telling him, you know, like, we're not here for you. We're really not even here for you or whatever. Like, where's they at? And so we, I'm trying to think, like, okay, I think, like, oh yeah, somebody said that they were gonna call the police or whatever. Before that, the girls had actually came back or whatever. So me and my friend and my sister, we left and we went to the store that was by his house. So we get to the store by his house and we just sitting out there waiting, like, just waiting for them to text us and say that they're there. So like, we gonna text them and be like, you know, we're gonna have to meet up somewhere else because y'all threatening to call the police, like, you know. So we waiting at the store for like another 10 minutes after waiting like 30 minutes for them to finally pull up. Like, if we supposed to be fighting, what is y'all getting cute for? Like, what's going on? I don't know where they was at, but it took them a while to finally get there or whatever. So we at the store waiting, and then like this car pull up at the store, and I don't know if they thought I was coming back by myself. Like, I don't know if they thought I was coming back by myself again. They just thought they was about to jump me. But the car pulled up, and me and like my friends and my sister, we looking at the car, and we just like, you know, like, is that them? Like, why did they just pull in the fucking store so quick? And then like they pulled in, and then like they like pulled out, but they didn't leave. Like, they were just sitting at the entrance. And so we just all looking at the car like, that's them or whatever. But I think that they thought I was gonna be by myself, and then they saw all those people with me, so they just was blindsided, like. so or whatever, we're just like, okay, you know what we about to do. The car sat there for like a good 5 minutes, like in the entrance, and we all just looking at the car trying to figure out if that's them, and like if they trying to do something or whatever. So anyways, y'all, we end up not going back to their house or whatever, because they was like, you know, they was going to call the police. So we just didn't go back, and my sister had to go to work, so we just like, fuck it, we left. And I was texting the girl like, you know, bitch, y'all took too long. So we left. We go back to the house. And yeah, and y'all, go back to my grandma's house. Like, finally, I'm not mad no more. Like, I done did what I had to do. I done acted the ass, and I done showed my ass and did what the fuck I had to do. I done blacked some eyes and shit. So I'm good. And when I say black some eyes, I was talking about my baby daddy, but he didn't really have a black eye. But I don't know how he didn't have one, because literally when I fucking opened that car door and popped his ass, that shit even hurted my fucking knuckles. Like, my knuckles was throbbing. So I felt like, you know, I did what I had to do, and I was good. Like, so we go back home or whatever. I think they were still texting me, like, talking shit, and at this point I'm just like, yeah, like, you don't want to do shit, like, because you took too long. Like, obviously you really don't want to do shit, whatever. So I wasn't really paying attention to it no more at this point. Like, you know, like I said, I did what I had to do, and I was feeling good about myself. And yeah, so get back home. Like I said, y'all, that night I ended up staying at my grandma's house, so I finally drive back home. And I was kind of mad as fuck when I got back home, and I realized that I had just cooked this fucking spaghetti, and the spaghetti was just sitting on the fucking stove overnight. So I had to throw that shit out because I wasn't in no type of mood to eat. So after this, y'all, we broke up. We broke up after this, and y'all already know me. Like, once you play me, like I said, don't play me first, because I'm gonna play you worse. So we broke up, and yeah, we was just like trying to co-parent for a while after that. And yeah. So I think like that's all for this story. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that, like, me and my baby daddy and his family, like, we is not on bad terms anymore. Well, at least I'm not on bad terms with them anymore. I don't know if they like still don't like me, but I love them. So yeah, we're not on bad terms anymore. Y'all know, like I said, a nigga family is gonna take up for him for the nigga period. Like, and yeah, so yeah, I'm not on bad terms with his family anymore. We broke up after that, and we was trying to co-parent for a while, but we did end up getting back together after that. And yeah, and then like, yeah, I'm not even, that's the next part is another story for another day. But yeah, y'all, that's all, like, for that story. That's all that happened that day. Oh, he did end up calling me, I think it was the next day or whatever, and he was like, you know, he needed his stuff from the house. And I was just like, you know, I had took all your shit, and I was like, it's in a ditch somewhere or whatever. He thought I was playing. So I literally, like, was showing him, like, you know, your stuff is not here no more. Like, your shit is not in my house. And I told him it was in a ditch. So, like, he had FaceTime me when I had calmed down. And he was just like, can you, like, tell me where my shit is or whatever? So he was, like, riding around trying to find a ditch for his stuff in it. And finally, like, he had drove up on the spot. And I was like, okay, I think that's where it is. And he go, you know, pull his car over, look in the ditch, and he found his shit. His 2 bags with full of his shit. So yeah, he was lucky though that I even remember where I threw that shit at though, because he would have been out of a whole lot of shit, like everything he had. But yeah, y'all, that's it for this story. And yeah, that's it, y'all. I got like a couple more pop-up stories because I just like to pop up. Like, if I feel like it's some funny shit going on, if I fuck with you and I feel like you got some funny shit going on, you better not let me know where the fuck you at. You better not let me know your location, because best believe I'm on my way. And I'm gonna play it so smooth and so slick, you're not even gonna know until I get there and act an ass. So yeah, I got a couple more pop-up stories for y'all that I'm gonna tell soon. But yeah, y'all just wait on it. I hope y'all enjoy my story time. I hope y'all enjoyed this pop-up story better than the last one. So yeah, bye y'all.